So there's a story that Swami tells about Yogananda, that he was out on a ride, in the car, and they're traveling down a street, and he says, "Stop the car!" And they pull over. This was related to Swami by a fellow monk, brother monk, Debbie Mukherjee. She says, "Stop the car." I probably heard this story, but it's on point for today. So he pulls over to the curb, and several, shops back, they go into this sort of shabby variety shop. And there was an elderly woman in there, and Master started picking up an assortment of items, and apparently fairly useless items. And Devi Mukherjee was saying, he related to he was thinking, what on earth could Master be wanting with all this junk, So he gets it, and he goes up to the counter. Those days, probably the woman was even itemizing it on a little invoice book, or if she had one of those beginning registers, who knows. But anyway, as she was adding it up, and she finally came to the total, and she burst into tears. She said, "I was very much needing this exact sum today by closing," and that she had been praying to God, "Please help me with this." And Yogananda comes in and is that instrument for that. And she said to him, "Sir, God himself must have sent you in here to help me in my hour of need." And Swami goes on to say, and Master just sort of quietly smiled, betraying the knowledge that he knew about her prayer, because he was omniscient. He could pick up on everything. This is a woman, a shopkeeper, probably a heart of gold, a sweet soul. But we as disciples or devotees or truth seekers, if Yogananda is not your guru or this lineage, but tune into it, because that wisdom is being broadcast 24/7. And we can tune into that, but we need to diminish the darkness so the light can be comprehended. Diminish the ignorance so the wisdom could be perceived. That's what we are doing with our scientific techniques of yoga and meditation, and generating and developing our ability for intuitive perception. All of that, all of it, all your nutritional practices, your diet, your sadhana, your reading, everything you're doing to raise your consciousness and to increase your perception of intuition is to tune into that ray, that reality. And it's needed today. It's needed. Compassion is needed today.